Hey guys, Dr. Ken Nordberg. I was just thinking, with this hunting season, the firearms hunting season coming up soon, when most of us will be, us 15 million deer hunters will be out in the woods. There's one tip I consider to be really, really important that I would like to add at this time. A little short tip here. Uh, what you need terribly, if you didn't realize it, right now to become a routinely more successful hunter is a head net, a camo head net. Really, against natural cover, in the woods or wherever you hunt, your bright skin and your white beard, white hair, bright skin on your hands and face are more likely to be seen by deer from great distances than you realize. Nothing will attract the attention of a big buck or other deer, other mature whitetail, more quickly than something that color moving in the woods. Or like maybe when you're bringing your gun up and here's your hands, bright skin on the hands, same thing, gee, you bring it up, wow, what was that? And they'll look at you and, oh, it's a human, and really get going so fast you can't believe it. A camo head net is magic. It made such a difference in the success of my three sons and I when we first started using them, and my daughters as well, that we've never changed. We've been using camo head nets for, since 1990. And my son here, he's always experimenting. He's got all kinds of them. There's some with no eye hole in them, like this one does. I like the eye hole. Here, let me put this one on. I'll show you what happens here. You see, against natural cover, even green stuff, I mean, there's plenty of brown out in the woods as well as this, but an eye hole like this, I found that this works as good as one where there's no eye hole. I can have deer and black bears look right at me several times while they're approaching and not identify me as a hunter. Unless I got the sunshine in my face, in which case then I like one without an eye hole. But these are magic, Of course, you always, when you're wearing one, you always got to put on camel cap over it, because if you don't, and some other hunter out in the woods who's not real careful about what his shoots at, might decide that brown thing moving over there has got to be a grouse or it's a deer and take a shot at you. And if he's a good shot, you won't like that. But this makes a huge difference in hunting success. A camo head net, really. And it doesn't cost much. It's probably the cheapest thing you can buy this year. Go to the store and get yourself a camo head net. It hardly costs anything. But the results are so great that after you witness a deer walking, maybe only 10 yards away, walking right by you, and even look at you, and not realize you're a hunter, because you're wearing one, you're sold. You're going to be sold for life. You're going to always want to use them. Now, I mentioned glasses. If I got sunlight, if I'm not in deep shadows and I got sunlight coming at me, I'll put on one without an eye hole like that. And that really cuts down on 99% of the glare that might be coming from my glasses. And sometimes, gee, the sun went away, and rather than switch around and make a lot of motions around, I'll just turn it like this and put my cap on. So, because the top part is open there, and put this on over that, it's just like the one with the eye hole in it. So this can be universal, no matter how you use it. But it makes a lot of difference. And this mesh, when you're looking through the mesh from inside, it doesn't hamper your ability to take good, careful, accurate aim at all. You look through your scope and there's a crosshair, all clear in front of you. So that doesn't ruin your accuracy at all. And even on cold days, it helps to conserve heat. It keeps the warmth around here. And when you're out there bow hunting, it helps to keep the bugs away from your face and neck. Now there's masks some people prefer mask. I prefer the whole head net because it covers my neck and everything, front and back, so. But it'll sure make a difference in your deer hunting. And like I say, the first time you have a deer walk by you very closely, or see one that's close and it looks right at you and doesn't realize you're a hunter, you're going to be sold. And it'll probably happen soon. And from that point on, you're going to say, I will never go hunting without one. So when you're walking in the woods, you know, let's say you got your, now let's put this baby on. It's got a little elastic band there, which helps, which is kind of nice, keeps it against the thing against your face, which is kind of nice when you're bow hunting, so you aren't going to get your string catching that when you release an arrow. But when you're walking in the woods, what I commonly do, I just roll this baby up and stick it under my cap. Then when I get to my stand, I'll pull it down, you know, and I'm ready to go. It's real handy there. So keep that in mind. That's a little trick with this thing. But, you know, I've taken so many deer within 20 yards, 25 yards. When I didn't need to hear, I'll throw a 7mm Magnum. My God, I could shoot them 700 yards away if I was open enough to do that. But boy, I would never hunt without my Camo head net on, and neither should you. So keep that in mind. Let me add one other thing. Hunting gear catalogs are full of tree stands now, 20 feet, that put you 16, 20 feet above the ground. And that's crazy. That's a lethal height. Now you might say, well, I'm safe, well, I got these harnesses you can buy now are so safe, you get that attached to the tree up there and you aren't going to fall. But what about when you're climbing and you just went up there and you're stepping onto your stand, or you turn around, you start down, and what if you misstep and fall? That, you know, that's good. That's a dangerous little interval there. Instead, you're 20 feet up there. You're never going to go deer hunting again. You're going to end up a cripple, or you're going to die from that height. Now, I've been doing this stand hunting, sitting in trees since the 1960s. And even though deer are stand smart today, I've learned that 9 feet is adequate. Whether you're hunting bears or black bears or whitetails, 9 feet is fine. It might not feel good to fall out of a stand 9 feet above the ground, but chances are you're not going to die from it. You're not going to be killed. 20 feet, that gives you no advantage over being 9 feet. It's all right to buy a stand with the ladder attached, those kind, you know, you can climb those ladders pretty silently. Get up there and get in your stand. I like that. I like that about those ladder stands. But if I had one, I would make it so I'm only going to go 9 feet, 10 feet above the ground, period. And I think that's important in bow hunting as well. When you're way up there and there's a deer right down there, when you shoot down at that deer at the chest area, you're going to hit the clavicle, the big bone and the flat bone across the top of the chest. And your arrow, no matter what kind of arrow you shoot, is going to have a hard time getting through that bone and killing that deer. When you're 9 feet and you shoot you're going to shoot under that. You aren't going to hit any clavicle unless you're not a really good shot, but you're going to aim behind the back ladder, behind the last rib, when it's quartering away that way. But when you're up there 20 feet, you're shooting at such an angle that that arrow is going to have a hard time getting through the clavicle or spine or whatever, and being lethal on the deer. And you are just as likely to be smelled up there as you are at 9 feet. So, well, it doesn't matter. If you went 100 feet up there, you'd get smelled downwind by deer. So that's not going to happen. So keep that in mind. But I used tree stands, primitive in the beginning, really primitive, since the 1960s until 1990. 1990, I started hunting from ground level. And I do better at ground level than I did on tree stands today. I do better. And once in a while, I'll still use a tree stand. Gee, I need to be up here in this place or I'll never see a deer on that trail over there, that's creep trail, something like that. But, so I might use one once in a while under certain circumstances, but almost all the time at ground level. That's not lethal either. And it's just as effective, if not more so, than tree stand on it. So keep that in mind. That's something to think about. Another reason to buy a stool. Find out for yourself. You might be sitting in the trees for the last 10, 20 years and you start shooting at ground level and all of a sudden you're going to be writing a letter to me thanking me for telling you to do that. Because you're going to do really well at ground level. Well, enough of that. Enough said. But keep in mind, wherever you hunt and whenever you hunt, always wear a camo head net and gloves on your hands that cover the skin. Do that. So with that, before I leave now, like before, press that little subscribe button down there below that red one and become a subscriber. And also, punch that little thumbs up down there as well. And these are important to me because when I have enough people doing that, I will be allowed to continue to bring you seminars like I've been doing here now for the last year and a half or so. And geez, 120 some seminars now. So I want to keep doing this. And so do that. That's really important to me. And so with that, thanks a lot. I'll see you again soon. And good luck this fall. Get that head net. Be sure to visit my website. Here's the link. Here you'll find links to my blog posts, my Twitter account, my YouTube account, my Amazon store with links to my ebooks, my son's eBay store, a money saver if you're ordering from Canada or other countries, my website bookstore, and much more.